Hello YouTube. We're here playing a game called Starmade. It is basically the Minecraft in space. Eventually I'll be giving tutorials on this game. But first, let's take a look at what you can achieve in this game. As you can see, we are approaching several blue signals, which is actually things which we own. We are approaching a space station. Now this space station is randomly generated in the game. This is a default AI station. This is a good one. And here in the first bay, this is some of the actual mobs which you'll encounter. Now these guys, I actually went out and hunted these guys and shot them all down and eventually repaired them and brought them back home. Now these are serving as AI ships that if anything does come threat the station, these guys will start shooting them up. Let's go on to the next docking bay. And I've only been in this station for 3 days, so I'm still putting turns on. This is an empty bay for some ship or project which I might or might not build. Let's get to the other side, dodging the antennae. This was my most recent ship. Unfortunately, she is being decommissioned and or turned into an AI system. I haven't yet decided. I just built a new one, which I'll show you in a minute. This one is the one I used to hunt all the mobs down, which you saw in the other hangar bay. So let's proceed. And here we go. Here's my new ship. I call her the Doomsday. Very large engine for a very large ship. Let's go in here. Very big and barely fits in the docking ports. Has 4 sets of weapons of these anti-air cannons and then 2 missile launchers. Let's get out this little repair craft I have and let's take a look at her. I have a cockpit with the cockpit. See your guns, engines. Oh, doors. Here we go. Here is the core of the ship right here. This is the weapons computer and this is the missile computer. So let's take a tour of the ship. This is the main part. This is the most protected part of the ship because if your core gets destroyed, you lose the entire ship. Inside, this is a cockpit with the cockpit block, which allows you to fly this ship from different angles. So if I wanted to get in here, the default would put me in the ship core itself, but the cockpit allows you to go at different views of the ship and fly it. And here are just some of my storages for the encounters I have. If I happen to fill up my inventory, I just slap it down in there. Carrying on. Here is the shuttle bay. It only has 1 shuttle. Only need 1 shuttle. It's got basic shields. It's got its computers. This is the red here is the Astro Techno beam, which is a beam that allows you to repair damage to parts of the ship if it does get damaged. For example, the core, which you cannot remove without deleting the ship. If it gets damaged, you would have to get down there to repair it. But any of these other blocks you can just take and replace. And then we have these salvage cannons. These are just salvage cannons which I put on there just in case I decide to be lazy and not step out of the ship and collect stuff myself. See, I got the core here, cockpit here, and we have these bay doors. So why don't we go take this Doomsday for a test run. See, this would be the default. Very disorienting. If I hit one of the arrow keys, not the top, not the bottom, but the left or right, it'll take me to the different views. That's just one I had back for trying to reverse, but it didn't. So here we go. Here's how I fly. Oh no. Well, I just shot missiles at my base, but it doesn't look like they did any damage, at least from this angle. So I got my missiles here, which I just shot accidentally, and then my anti-manner cannons. Now you see I equipped the station with shields, which aren't very powerful, but if in the event of an attack, it would be enough to help prevent against damage. And I want to see how much I damage the space station, if I damaged it at all with those missiles. Wow, it's a miracle. Then I guess it registered the station as mine, and the missiles didn't do damage to it. Okay, so now it's the space station. So here's the ion cans on this asteroid. You can see that they're destroying these blocks here. It's got 301 to 299 per damage, but you know, sometimes I just want to be lazy. Get my missile systems to lock in, which I can actually shoot premature, but I'm not going to. And let's just launch them. Oh, look at that. That asteroid was just obliterated. Of course, one missile missed, unfortunately. And, yeah. Well, let's take a look at the shuttle. See, down here, you come out in the cockpit, which is because you were in the cockpit itself right here. Oh yeah, let's engage the gravity. You got these little gravity blocks which gives you the ability to walk in your spaceship like you are in a plant. So this is artificial gravity. You just click on it, hit R to turn on, R to turn off. Go in here, jump on top, get in this. Now I've already got the cockpit set up on this one. You can see I've got my basic weapons down here, which are just a healing beam and a salvage beam. To undock, go to 0, which will be your core, and it will undock you. And you gotta keep that selected and hit the door, it'll open. But unfortunately I didn't completely slow my ship down from moving, so that caused a little glitch there. So now we're out. We can go around looking at any damage which has been done, go to different planets, because you can land this and take it off on any planet you want, but it is kind of a pain. So if I wanted to be lazy, let me see. This is the salvaging beam. So you can check my inventory by hitting I. I've got one red dirt and red rock and red dirt. So take a look at this guy, and we're trying to salvage. It's not exactly the most efficient process, but I guess it gets the job done. It's just getting everything which I don't want. Come here. Ah, there we go. So you can see that it is putting the stuff in our inventory. So this is just a fast craft that's easier to go to planets because it is a pain to find a good landing spot for this massive ship. Go back in, go to your docking stage, make sure you're in, close the doors, find your docking module, and there we go. Get out and we're back in the ship. Whee. Thank you for watching. This is Starmade.